Hereford captain Jordan Liburd, what's your take on today's proceedings?
It wasn't the performance we wanted. I think it was 2 goals that could have been stopped, but we saw their threats from before. They put 2 crosses in, horses had to make 2 great saves, and off that corner it was just a free man at the front, and to be fair, it's come off his hip or his thigh to go in, but still, if that man's not free, he doesn't get the flick on and we clear it. So it's just the things we need to pick up on. We've conceded before off a set piece, so it needs to be resurrected, and we need to sort it out.
Is that something that you can work on the training ground, or is it something that just comes naturally?
It can be worked on, but when you get to a game, anything can happen really. So it's just I think that man was just a man on the outside, and he's drifted in. So it's all about communication. That one there, I think someone needs to realise it. I haven't noticed till late, and I don't think any of the other lads have noticed him there. So if we communicated earlier, probably could have been sorted out.
Because looking at the defence last week was literally rock solid against Chorley.
Yeah.
Slightly different today. Anything you can put your finger on?
I don't know, to be honest. I think we've dealt with the 9. Most of the balls in the air have been headed clear, and maybe it's the seconds and whatnot, but I don't really know where it's gone wrong, to be honest. I think since the beginning of the season we've been solid. Chorley, I was just we switched off last minute, but today I'm not quite sure. We've got moved round, to be fair. The movement was good from them, so there's times where me and Green were switching around different sides, and we got moved around, but then we still need to deal with it, I guess.
As a group, I don't think you should get too downhearted about it, because Bradford had the best away record last year. They only lost 4, drew 6 and won 11 away games. They were better away than they were at home. So, like Chorley, it's a question of picking yourselves up, thinking, hey, we've played okay against 2 rated teams in the division.
Definitely, I think as a team, we've set high expectations, and we don't want to lose at all. It's going to be a tough league, but we just don't want to be losing. Whether it's till we take a draw at home, we'd rather the point than come away with nothing at all. So last week, we're disappointed. It was like the 92nd minute or whatnot, and it's just switching off. And today, it's the goal again. First goal maybe too easy. Should have defended it better. Second goal shouldn't have happened. If we cleared a line straight away rather than taking a touch in the box, it doesn't happen. But we showed fight to come back and get the penalty, and then that spurred us on a little bit more. But we can't be leaving it to the last few minutes to put the effort in to try and go. It should be something that happens throughout the game. And there was times when we did, and there was times when we didn't. But it needs to be all out in this league.
So maybe next week when you're at home to York, obviously no game against Chester on Monday now, so you can reflect back on that. Take the game maybe to the visitors from the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to do that today. We wanted to, make a statement to say, look, we've lost against Chorley, but we wanted to come back. But unfortunately, it hasn't happened. So yeah, it's we need to go again next week and definitely get the result that we want for a start, and that's the win. So we will work on it at training. We can look back on the video, find out where we went wrong, and pinpoint those key things to rewrite it for next week.
And finally, I see Danny Greenslade limping off there. What's the damage, do you know?
I'm not quite sure on Danny. I think it's from that challenge in the first half. It's with ankles and things like that. It's a difficult one. Just like Keon, it's when you're moving around on it, it's difficult to judge whether it's right or not. So I think he just needs to find out exactly what's happened there. He's not sure yet exactly. He needs to get it checked up on.
Because the gaffer thinks that Keon's might be a recurrence.
Yeah, I think that is. It's the same ankle with Keon, and it's happened again. So we want Keon back. Obviously, Keon's a key player, but I think it's a process that we can't rush in. We need to make sure the ankle's right, because when you're twisting and turning on your ankle, it's putting a lot of stress on it. And if you do have an ankle injury, it can be something that comes back. You hear about professionals that are out for 3 months for ankle injuries, so it definitely needs to be addressed. He needs to find out if it's the same thing again, and work on strengthening it and whatnot.
But I'm sure within the squad, a lot of positives saying there's competition for places. I want to take his place. Some of the players might be saying.
Well, that should spur on the lads. He's come back in. He's got injured again, which isn't a good thing. But then it's another space opened up for one of the other lads. So someone needs to just step in and take that spot, and not be not be pushed out of it. They need to gain their spot and gain their shirt and go from there.
And it's all about bouncing back next week.
Yeah, definitely. Ideally, we want a result. We want 3 points. We want to show that we're going to be strong, and it's at home, so we all want the fans to be behind us. Again, it is a difficult league. I think everyone knew that from the minute we came in. The North is going to be much more difficult than the South. There's a lot more bigger teams, so it is going to be games where we just need to dig in, and we will need a result next Saturday. I think that's the thing. That's the key thing for us, is making sure we get the 3 points next week, and then we can start progressing how we started the season.
Thanks for your time.
Can I just ask you, how are you finding the responsibility of being captain?
Yeah, it's difficult at first coming in. I've never been a captain before. I've been a sort of vice captain, but it's I've got Greener next to me, and I think the last few games we've been quite solid, and we talk at the back, we let each other know the information, but it's definitely something that's coming along. So the first game it was probably more difficult than it is now.
And how much directing during the game do you have to do as such?
It's not just me. I think as a team we need to do it. I shouldn't be the only one that's speaking on the pitch and telling the lads what exactly to do. So it is, we're constantly speaking, we constantly have to be aware and constantly be on it. 1 second your man could be next to you, next minute he's 10 yards off you. So it is constant speaking during the game, and communications are definitely a key thing when it comes to football.
Thank you very much.